Hey, everybody, welcome to the Jim Masters Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series. So cool to see all your smiley faces. It's always nice when you're here with us. We are broadcasting live from the United States right now, globally. So wherever you're watching around the world, good to have you with us. We welcome our viewers watching in the United States, Canada, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, New Zealand, and everywhere else. We're still waiting for a couple of viewers in Antarctica and the Arctic Circle. We say that often. So if you have any family or friends or colleagues in the Arctic Circle or Antarctica, even though it's a little nippy right now, let them know about our show. They can go on top of a roof, maybe with an antenna, and they can get us. It's so good to have you here. How's your day going? If your day's not going well, stick with us. We're going to make you smile and entertain you. Josie Falbo is here. This is what we call, again, double levity. This is when a guest is back with us for a second time. This is also, since we're live, this is the second show we are doing today. We had a show earlier today at 5 p.m. Eastern. It's now 8 p.m. Eastern at the time of this live show. So we've done two shows today, but we have over 550 episodes of the Jim Masters Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series that you can watch right here on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. And we invite you to binge watch, enjoy all the guests from Broadway, Hollywood, television, film, music, sports, culinary arts, comedy, inspiration, music, stage, and all of the above. It's so cool to have you guys here. We love it. Happy holidays, too. This is, at the time of this show, it is the holiday season. So happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, and New Year. Hopefully 2022 is going to be a beautiful year for you guys and for all of us as well. You're watching the Jim Masters Show live entertainment lifestyle talk show series, where we go way beyond just interviews. We have a good time. We have live interaction, and it's done like a television talk show, but right here on our internet channel, which is YouTube. Good to have you with us. And don't forget to subscribe to that channel, which is Jim Masters TV. And when you subscribe, look what happens. Boom, you're subscribed. There's no cost for that. That just lets us know that you believe in what we're doing and you're helping us out by subscribing. Again, no cost to do that. And click the notification bell so you never miss any of the content, the videos, the episodes of our ongoing series here of the Jim Masters Show Live. And also give this episode a thumbs up, like, and leave a comment on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. You'll see a little thumbs up icon right underneath this episode. You see it there right now while you're watching our YouTube channel. Leave a comment for us as well. We would absolutely love that. Again, so good to see everybody. Our lovities are commenting right away. That means, folks, when we are live on the air, you can comment in chat if you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe so you can comment in live chat. You can also do super emojis, super stickers, and super everything. Super chats, super emojis, super stickers is something new that YouTube does that we have ability of offering that shows support for what we're doing here, all the work behind the scenes. Hey, it is time to get into the holiday spirit. We're going to check in with all of you in just a second. Thanks for the comments. Thanks also for following me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Jim Masters TV. We really appreciate that. And spread the word. Tell everybody about our series. Yes, Josie is here. She is back with us on the show. She is an iconic singer and entertainer extraordinaire. We love when she comes on the show. In addition to her wonderful singing career, she also is a prolific voiceover artist, and she has been responsible for incredible amounts of commercials and jingles and so much more. She's getting into the holiday spirit with her new mini album, EP, a Jazzy Interlude with Josie Falbo. There she is. She's looking all dolled up for the holidays, and we're so excited that she's with us again. She's coming to us live from the greater Chicago area, and I hope you'll join me in welcoming her. She's all primed up. Again, this is her return visit. We love when guests enjoy our show so much that they want to come back on the Jim Masters Show Live. And Josie said, yeah, I want to come back. And she's here for the holidays. Welcome. It's good to see you, Josie.
Hi, it's good to be seen.
I know at this point, with all the crazy stuff that's going on in our world, it is good to be seen.
No kidding.
How is everything in Chicagoland for you, my friend?
It's a bit cold, to say the least, but no snow, no ice, so I'm not going to complain. Although I do like the snow when it just falls and it's clean and it's white and it's quiet and silent. But then afterwards, the ice and the dirty snow, I could do without that. The cold weather's okay. I could handle that. But the rest of it,
Absolutely. That's right. You are resilient. You are a survivor in so many different ways, and you're still doing it. You're still out there doing what you do so well that you love so much, right?
it's true, and I'm still at it, and I am aiming to be at it for as long as they keep calling me. Once they stop calling me, then I'll take up knitting or something. I don't know, but as long as people are calling me to sing, that's what I'm going to do. I had to laugh. A friend of mine saw the promo for the show, and he texted me and he said, "Oh, so now you're iconic?" I said,
Yes.
"Who knew?"
Yeah.
I didn't know. Well, now
Is,
I am, I guess.
is that a friend? He should say you are iconic if he's your friend, right?
He's an old friend, a very good old friend. Yeah.
It's great to have you here, and all the
Thank you.
Lovelies are exciting. Oh, this is nice. Kathy Short's in Cleveland, and she's baking candied pecans while watching the
Ooh.
show tonight.
Oh, that sounds good.
We got some Josie Falbo holiday spirit here with Jim Masters while she's making those candied pecans there in Cleveland. That's fantastic, huh?
It sure is. Oh, it sounds wonderful.
Linda in Florida says, Kathy, let us know when your candy pecans are done. The Lovelies will be right over. Yeah, let's
Right.
get a bus together and head on over to Cleveland. You've been to
Really?
Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
Over the years?
Oh, I have, but it's quite a while since I've been there. But yes, I had been there. Yes.
Yeah. Marsha Watson says, Josie, good to see you again.
Oh, thank
She
you,
remembers
Marsha.
the last time you were here, and Kathy Short welcomes you, and Toby
Thank
in
you.
California welcomes you, and Joan Sando welcomes you. Thank you for the early Christmas gift of being on our show. Sherry Larson in Kansas is welcoming you as well. We love that.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes,
Love to
yes.
be on with you too. And thank you.
That is funny. Merlin goes, why is the subscriber only sign showing up? Because, Merlin, that is for people who haven't subscribed. You click that red button so you can subscribe to the channel. Because sometimes people say, well, where's the button? That's what it looks like. It looks like that.
Mystery solved.
The mystery is solved. Yes. She will sleep well tonight in Canada, where it's very chilly. Welcome, Josie, to the Lovely Squad show. And for those of you who are new, yes. Yes. Oh, Toby says, yes, you saw the feature project of the show about us subscribers. Exactly. You got it, Toby. You know it. Linda says, looking handsome as always. Jim, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thumbs up from Toby. And I love it. I love it. I love it. And Joan says, hi, Jim. Will you tell us what color and where you hide your Superman cape? Thank you, Jim. She's talking because I had a television shoot earlier today, then a radio show, and then a 5 o'clock edition of the Jim Master Show Live. And then we're on right now at 8 o'clock.
Goodness.
So it's,
when do you sleep?
I'm going to bed early tonight. I'm going to have to sleep between Christmas and New Year's, I think. So you've been busy. You've been in the studio. You have been recording. Tell us about, and again, congratulations. I'm glad you're healthy and things are going well for you. It's been, it's been an interesting time since we chatted last. How have you been and how have you stayed creative and collaborative and good through all of this craziness?
Well, it wasn't easy, but I just managed to keep educating myself, via the internet. There's not that I could go anywhere, and of course I couldn't sing for a long time, except in the house now and then. But even though I'm not one of those that practices every day, so my vocal chops were kind of rusty after when I finally began to get out of the house to sing and to work again. But they're coming back. But it was tough. There's a lot of things that changed during that pandemic for me, and but I've weathered the storm, as many people have, thank God, and going forward, and especially after having released the You Must Believe in Spring CD, that went really, really well, and that has afforded me many opportunities too as a result. So yes, it it wasn't easy, but you just do what you have to do. That's all
You
there's to
do
it.
what you have to do.
Quarantined,
Yes.
followed all the directions, followed the rules, and came through
Right.
unscathed.
Which
So
is
far.
fantastic. Yes. And, we've all had teachable moments. There's been things we've learned about ourselves, about our world. What are some things that Josie, since we chatted last and you were a guest on the Jim Master Show Live last, which was right about this time, I think it was
Yeah.
holiday time last year.
Yeah.
What are some things you learned about life and maybe even about yourself? And is there anything you're doing differently? Is there a different perspective? Have you adjusted anything? What have you been left with all these teachable moments during
Um,
these 2 years?
I read up a lot on how to keep healthier, how to avoid situations that are not healthy. Read up on vitamins and minerals and all types of food combinations that would be helpful in fighting COVID, and just common sense, wearing a
Yeah.
mask and not going to parties with a million people there. That just common sense things, Jim, that I'm sure a lot of
Yeah.
people learned. And I also learned that there were a lot of books that I wanted to read, and I had a chance to read. So that was the one good thing about it. And
Yeah.
learning how precious life is. I mean, you think you know that, but when you're confronted with something like this, I think you come to a deeper realization of how precious life is. And I didn't mean to wax so seriously about that, but that's
Right.
fair.
Yeah. No, that's beautifully said. No, absolutely. Dawn says hello. She's here. It's good to see her, and everybody's welcoming you to the show. And but that is beautifully said. Thank you, Linda, very much. We're in our holiday mode here, and happy
It's very
holidays, everybody.
pretty. The background mode, I like it. It's pretty.
Thank you very much. We still have to decorate the set too. We've been so behind because we're so busy lately. Hey there, Josie from Merlin, watching in
Hi there.
Canada.
Hi.
She was with us last year too, and a lot of these folks. There's a lot of new people who've, obviously a year,
Yes.
550 episodes later. But
Oh,
Marcia was here, and Josie goes, "Good to see you again," or Marcia says, "Good to see you again,"
very
and
good to see you.
Toby.
Very good to be seen.
I noticed when I said the 550 shows, you went, "What?" It's,
Really.
it's a lot of levity. And you're a big fan of the levity, you were saying, huh? The idea of levity on our
Oh,
show.
I love that. That is so cool. It just embodies all the good things in one word.
Yes, exactly.
It's
And
fun.
you're all about that. You've always been about that. To remind our audience or to introduce them to some of your extraordinary background, you've been doing this for a good long time and you've done it. Your
Yes.
voice has been lent to a lot of extraordinary productions, projects, musical performances, including some of our favorite jingles and commercials over the years. Do you want to share with us some of those? Being a television, radio broadcast guy, I love all that. That fascinates me. But remind or introduce to the new viewers some of the iconic, this is maybe where the iconic does come in,
Yes, it does. It works.
commercials and jingles that you've been a part of over the years that people will recognize.
Well, maybe they might recognize them. That industry for vocalists is, to all intents and purposes, has pretty much disappeared. I mean, now and then I might do something in the studio, but there was a time when it was at its peak that I was doing a lot of work in the studio, almost 5 days a week. It's what I did completely, and that's all I did. And that's a time when commercials like this were on. You deserve a break today, so get up and get away to McDonald's. And there was, there's more for your life. Excuse me, it's what comes from not singing. There's more for your life at Sears. Of course, I didn't do it that way on the spot.
So that is you, because we were just watching some of the old Sears commercials recently, and I've always admired that tag voice at the end, and that's
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Beautifully done. Yes.
Oh, there was so many,
You
and there
deserve a
were.
break today at McDonald's. And was that written by Barry Manilow? I know he wrote
Yeah, I know he did write some of them. I'm not sure if he wrote that
that
because we
McDonald's
recorded
one.
it here in Chicago.
Yes.
The producers here were pretty wonderful composers in their own right. I
Yes.
mean, the other McDonald's are two all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame
Since we
seed
see
bun.
Bun.
That was written here, and many of them. What else did we do that was always really? Oh yeah, Fly the Friendly Skies was written here also for United Airlines. Oh gosh, there were a bunch of them. Budweiser Light, and Nobody Doesn't Like Sara Lee.
That's,
So,
I know it's, I know we laugh, but these things are, like treasures. They're like iconic, and I've mentioned this to a lot of people. I really wish they would bring that kind of thing back. I think
so do I.
people need things that are cheerful, hopeful, familial. You know what I mean? When
Yes,
you
they
would
do.
hear those jingles, you would think of those companies, think of products, think of experiences. When you would listen to, jingles on the radio for radio stations and promos and jingles for television stations, you thought, good things. And when you would hear these singing jingle singers doing themes also for television, and the theme music and everything, you can sing to it all. Today, you don't hear any of that. Everything's just quick and quick and quick. And so for you, that has been a significant part of your illustrious career.
Oh, it has, and I agree with you. They have. There was a time when you can immediately recognize what the product was, and over the years that's changed. I mean, it's kind of thematic now, and you really don't know what the heck they're selling until maybe the very end of the
Yes.
commercial.
So many
Whereas before,
commercials.
you'd know right away.
Right. Like so many commercials I'm watching, and they'll have some crazy music, or they'll have something going on, like some sort of a scene between people, but it has absolutely nothing to do with whatever that product is,
Mhm.
or if it does, they've spent so little time on it at the end that I'm like, that didn't convince me to want that. That didn't, I don't, you know what it is?
Yes.
It's the lack of feeling. Like, I don't feel I want that or need that. Before, you felt there was a feeling that you had, a warmth and a feeling to it.
Mhm. And the bottom line, of course, was to sell the product. And if you hear something immediately recognizable, that product is there in front of you. And of course, when you hear it, then you think, oh, I think I need that. I'm going to go out and buy that.
Yes.
But
Did you ever write your own too? Did you get involved in the writing of any of them, or think of ideas?
no, I never did. I was just busy singing, and no, I never even had any desire to do that. I've written some songs,
Yes.
but not a jingle, and that's a very specialized
That's a
kind
very
of
specialized area.
endeavor. And I wouldn't know that. I would not have known at the time the first thing about it, timing and camera work and cells and what goes where. All of that is
Yes.
something I don't even want to try to learn.
What was it like, in those sessions? You must have been in there for a while, because a lot of times, the producers and or the if they bring in the people who design the product, the people representing the company, the ad agency, or the people themselves who own or are part of the management of the company, they sometimes have different ways that they want it presented. They want you to, really inflect certain words, punch certain sounds. Were you in the studios for hours sometimes, even with a simple 30-second spot?
No, not really. All of that took place before we got into the studio, and I know that was a lengthy process before they called us singers and musicians in. All of that was done before we got in. Our job was to do it, sing it as quickly as possible and save studio money. I mean, studio time was expensive. And we were supposed
Yes.
to put the music in front of us, and we had to sing it and learn it and do it right, perfect, and
Yes.
then get the heck out and go to the next one. And so I was never a part of that process, but I know it was lengthy. I mean, from what I've learned through the years of being in that business, and
Yes.
pretty detailed. Yeah, a lot,
You,
a lot.
you also did Mr. Clean.
I did.
And is that Mr. Clean? Mr. Clean?
It is. I don't know if it's that campaign is still running, or that particular jingle is anywhere in the air. I really don't watch much TV anymore, but I don't know if that's it. If there is, there might be someone else singing it. But yeah, for a long time, I sang Mr. Clean along with a couple of other ladies.
Yes. What
Mhm.
would be a few others maybe that people would recognize? They're commenting left and right. They're like, I remember that one. Wow, that was her. And yeah.
Just for the fun of it, just for the love of it, Diet Coke, that one. And, you think they would come to mind easily like this, quickly. But we did one for a funny one where we had to not giggle, gargle. Although we did a lot of giggling when we did this spot. We had to gargle in harmony for Hinckley and Schmidt. Do you remember Hinckley and Schmidt
Oh,
water?
yeah. But how do you gargle in harmony?
Well, there were three of us, my two other colleagues and I, and we had to we sang the little ditty, the little jingle, and at the end we had to gargle. So they had water for us here on the side, and we had to drink the water and then gargle in harmony our particular parts. Well, as you can imagine, that was not easy. We were cracking up every other minute, and there was water all over the place because we were like spilling out water all over the place. But oddly enough, that particular jingle won a Clio Award that year. So I guess
Wow.
our gargling added to its excellence. I don't know,
That's
but
cool, huh?
it was very funny. Yeah, but
Wow.
that's a fun memory because we talk about that now and then.
And of course, a spectacular singer as well. And actually,
Hi, hi, Kathleen.
Kathleen in New York City is here. Everybody's saying hello. Toby, question here. Have you ever been asked to do non-singing ones like stepping on dry leaves or crunching up paper? We now know that she had to gargle in harmony.
No, I never had to do any of that. We did have to do what they would call a pass, which is we would record one thing over and over again. And we had to do a ST sound. That's all. They would play the whole spot. And when the time came up for us to sing, we had to sing st, st, which it was part of a word, which I cannot remember what it was now.
I
But it
think
was
it
just
was
the
the
ST
beginning of Archie Bunker saying stifle.
It could have been, and I don't remember. I think it was Kellogg's something, like Kellogg's spot somewhere, but that
Well,
was bizarre.
yeah, it's interesting how it works because sometimes I would imagine that the jingles themselves, when you listen to them or when you heard them, they were, they flowed beautifully and everything seemed perfect. But oftentimes you recorded certain things separately. Like, say, for example, it was a
Mhm.
channel number like 4. You might just say the 4 separately, like 4, and they record just the 4 and then perfectly insert that at the right time, right?
Right, exactly right. Yeah, they would cut that spot right in there. Those particular words that would change either call letters to a radio show or, as you suggested, numbers. To or even cities. From Chicago, and then they change it from New York.
So you
They
just
just
do the
pop
New
that in there.
York or the Philadelphia or the Chicago or the Denver. Yeah.
You would just fill and record what was needed in that particular spot.
And then, of course, this beloved and epic singing career for you, which still continues. you wanted to, and I think it's beautiful. And I think that I know it was something that you had to sort of get together quickly, which is having this EP, this, like you say, mini album, and there'll be more for next year as well. But you got something in time for this year, which I think is beautiful because people need to hear some good music that, is inspiring and hopeful. And in this case, the holiday sounds, and with the jazzy sounds as well, which I, of course, love. And Chicago is known for lots of great jazz. Tell us about the inspiration, Josie, for this new mini EP that you created. And again, congratulations.
Thank
Here
you.
you are.
Thank you. There I am.
I love that. A Jazzy Interlude with Josie Falbo.
Yes, well, after the You Must Believe in Spring had gotten quite a bit of radio play throughout not only our country, the U.S., but various parts of the world. I was getting reports of, and a few colleagues and a few other people that said, "Well, now it's time to do a Christmas CD and keep the momentum going." And I thought, "Oh, yeah, that's a good idea," but I kind of fell by the wayside. And I always wanted to do one. I love Christmas time. It's my favorite time of the year. And I thought, now it's time to do one. But I waited too darn long. So I couldn't get everything I wanted to do in one time in the space of time that I had allotted, studio time and trying to get the musicians together. It's always, it's a job.
It is.
Yes, trying to get the people together, get the arrangements and all of that. However, we did our best and managed to put this little, which I am proud of, wonderful little CD together. And it's my very first Christmas EP. And
it is your very first. I didn't realize that.
It is.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Wow. So how does that feel? Huh? This iconic career of all these different things you've done and different iterations of it all. And now you have this. It's another feather in that cap. How does that make you feel?
It makes it feel really good. Very, very good. Because
doesn't it?
I did the songs that I wanted to, songs that I've wanted to do before. And
tell us about the songs that are on it.
Well, there is a really great, cool arrangement of the Christmas song, Chestnuts Roasting, written by Marshall Vente, who is a wonderful DJ on WDCB, a jazz label, jazz station in Chicago. And when I heard it, it was something he had recorded before. And I said, I have got to do this. This is such fun.
Yeah.
And I did. So I had re-recorded it and did that. And another song that I always loved is it's called A Child is Born, which somehow became kind of a Christmas classic, even though it wasn't written originally as one, but it kind of fell into that category. And I always loved that beautiful melody. And
when a child is born, that is a really, really beautiful one. That's kind of like what's the other one? My
favorite things.
Yes, that wasn't necessarily a.
Did I win a Pinto? I guessed it.
Yeah, you want a Loleatta. Oh. Big hug. Come in and grab it.
Yay!
Loveity hug. They said wasn't necessarily a Christmas or holiday song, but it sort of has become, connected to the holidays.
It's exactly the same type of thing. Yes.
Yeah.
It's exactly what happened with A Child is Born.
When a Child is Born.
The other two are one of is me being a big Sinatra fan. I always loved the Christmas Waltz that he recorded, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with.
That's a good one.
And then the other one, the last one, is written by Richard Knight, a wonderful songwriter from Chicago. Kind of off the beaten path type of Christmas song, which kind of just spoke to me. And I decided to add that to the EP. So, yes, there you have it.
Very nice. That's a good mix of material there, all with the jazzy flavors and tones.
Yes, right. Exactly. Yes.
Did you want to share something with us? I know you said that you'd love to sing on our show, and we're excited about that. Is there something you'd like to sprinkle our way to get everybody in that holiday mood? We can certainly use it, huh?
Okay. I think since I don't have a 8-piece orchestra behind me to give me a Latin jazz feeling for the Christmas song, which is that's the way that one is presented.
Nice.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Maybe we could do. Let's do the Christmas waltz, maybe.
Very nice. Okay. Here is the iconic Josie Falbo doing the Christmas waltz for me and all of you live right now on the Jim Masters Show Live. If you weren't in the holiday spirit yet, gang, you will be now because Josie is amazing. Take it away, Josie.
Frosted window panes, candles gleaming inside, painted candy canes on the tree. Santa's on his way, he's filled his sleigh with things for you and for me. It's the time of year when the world falls in love. Every song you hear seems to say, Merry Christmas. May your New Year dreams come true. And this song of mine in 3/4 time wishes you and yours the same thing too. Do-ba-ba-do-nay. Merry Christmas.
Now, to do that without the Latin sounds and jazz sounds and that whole orchestra and nail it like that is proof in the pudding that you are a pro and your voice is spectacular. You know, to be able to do something a cappella like that without the backing of and the sweetening of the instruments and the studio tweaking or whatever.
Thank you.
It's pure and it's real and it's absolutely beautiful, right, gang? Absolutely. Here they come with their wave of levity. This is live, folks. Yay, that's right. Absolutely. Love this, Josie and Sherry
you.
Larson. Always love that song. Beautiful.
Thank
Linda,
you.
Merry Christmas to all of us as well.
Yeah.
Kathleen says, very nice. And Merry Christmas to you from Merlin as you're singing that song. Really, really nice. Thanks for all this levity, gang. And really, really beautiful. Do you have another one you want to sprinkle in?
Let's see. Maybe we could do a little bit of the Christmas Eve is coming soon. It's a little different.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it has its own little vibe. Thank you.
Beautiful as always, Josie. And so good, magical, Josie. Wow. Thank you, Josie. Yeah.
Thanks. Well, this is it's too bad you can't hear the orchestration because there was a recorder in it.
Oh,
And
there is, yeah.
to a lute and
very nice.
This is a song written by Richard Knight, and it's called it's a theme song from Scrooge and Marley.
Oh yeah.
And yes, Christmas Eve is coming soon. So
all right. Once again, Josie Falbo is going to grace us with her beautiful voice and talent on the Jim Masters Show Live.
So let's try this. Christmas Eve is coming soon. Candles flicker blue. Carolers in red and green, singing 'neath the moon. Dreams are dreamed by young and old. Memories come to life. Peace on earth seems possible. Round the world tonight, Noel. Can you hear the angels call? Noel, calling out to one and all. The world of make-believe comes true on Christmas Eve. The world of make-believe comes true on Christmas Eve.
That's it. I love that. That's it. That's it. Are you kidding me? That was unbelievable.
There's a
Real.
few verses, but it would
Yeah.
take a long time to
Your
sing it.
voice is so sweet and so pure and so authentic and so clear and
Thank you.
has lots of warmth and a lot of feeling to it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you can hear people sing and they're singing and they're hitting the notes and everything, but it's good, but like what
Thank
they're
you.
saying here, beautiful, your voice is so soothing. There's a comfort factor to your sound. And
Oh,
I'm
thank
sure
you.
that's why you were used for so many jingles too. But there's a warmth, there's a relatability, there's a kindness
Thank you,
to it.
Jane.
It's yeah, you can see lovely voice,
Yes,
Josie.
thank
Nice
you
hearing
all. Thank you very much.
some Christmas music. And Christine's watching in North Carolina, Christine Clifton and Merlin. And beautiful, your voice is soothing from Canada. And absolutely beautiful from Linda in Florida. Sherry, Hearts coming in from Kansas. Jane in Sweden.
Wow,
Klex, yeah, from
nice.
all around the world are lovelies. The ones that comment during the show, and then all that are watching that aren't commenting, who are enjoying it as well, and those who will enjoy this later. Joyce, your voice is so zen. I
Oh,
agree. That's a good
okay.
word for it. It's a good word. It is very, very zen.
Oddly enough, when we were doing jingles, you had to really suppress your own personality and your voice. We had to blend as one. Unison sound had to be perfect, and you could not add any little embellishments or anything because getting the words out to sell the product were of most importance. So you couldn't really be yourself, and
Yes.
for a time in the beginning, that was kind of hard for me to do because I was used to being free, and singing the way I wanted to sing. And all of a sudden you all have to be the same. You all have to be perfectly in sync with one another. So
Yeah.
it was fun
Yeah.
to do that, but also, and that was a learning experience too. It was good that I learned to do that also.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jane says, beautiful song, and I agree.
Oh,
Yeah.
Richard would be happy to hear that.
Yes, yes, really nailed it there, and you did it. Just to be able to sing, like on the fly like that, in a room without the studio sounds and the acoustics and everything, it just proves your voice is absolutely a treasure. So,
Thank
um,
you, Jim.
well,
Thank
I
you.
think it's what happens to you when you do it, when you're performing. Do you transport to a time and place? Are you in a zone? You're feeling the words, you're imagining the scene, you're trying to convey a certain feeling. You're not just singing the words, you're trying to convey something that people are going to grab onto and be left with.
Well,
Tell
you
us
just
about that.
verbalized all of my feelings. You just put them all into words. Exactly right.
That's
Um,
exactly it. Yeah.
it's all of the above. What I do is, well, first of all, I think every singer is nervous before singing,
Yeah.
but getting into the lyrics of a song is what I love to do. Projecting the feelings of that song, and that's of most importance to me. Also, in jazz, it's you get to spontaneously add notes and make it,
Yes.
even within the chord structure of the song. I don't know if I'm getting too
No, no, no. Yeah,
technical
it's
with
good.
this,
Good stuff. Yeah.
but so that is exactly what I'm doing, and I lose everything else except the song, the words, the music. It's all about that, and everything else just kind of goes away. And
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
you want to reach people. You want to feel to let them feel what you're feeling, and that's about it.
What kind of music do you listen to? What is your go-to music? Music, obviously there's music that can get you to dance and feel jolly, but music that really moves Josie. I mean, you've been surrounded by so much music. You've heard all kinds of music. You've been in studios, you've been on stages, you've done it all. And sometimes it's almost like people think that the person that works at the ice cream shop gets to eat all the ice cream, or the people that work at the pizza places, all they do is have great pizza to eat, and usually they're sick of it. They're like, we don't eat pizza because we're around pizza all day long. So for Josie, being around musical, as often and for the length of time you have,
Uh-huh.
what's some of Josie's music, stylistically, genre, whatever it may be, that really speaks to you?
Mhm. Oh boy, that's always such a hard question for me, Jim, because my tastes are very eclectic. As far as singing, I'm always drawn to the jazz type of genre because I get to be spontaneously different. I can express the song in words and notes of my own, and just for want of inject myself into the song, I guess is what I'm saying. But I love to listen to all kinds of music. There's all kinds of music that touch me, that awaken my soul, or make me feel wonderful or make me feel sad. There's opera. I love opera. Not that it's first on my list, but and there's some classical music that I love too, and of course there's many jazz tunes. So if I had to choose one, I'm in big trouble because there's so much that typically that I enjoy and love, and it's hard for me to put something ahead of something else. When I love this
Yes.
one just as well as this.
Right. Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I can't be more
No, you are an
specific.
overall appreciator of all of it. You see various elements of all of it that you respect, honor, appreciate, and enjoy. There might be a few that aren't your ultimate choice or ultimate
Mhm,
first pick, but you
mhm.
still find elements that you learn from and that you might incorporate and that appeal to you, right?
Very true. Yes, yes, very true. You said that perfectly well for me. Um,
How about
yeah,
writing songs and creating your own material? Have you
um,
been, like you said, that you've done some wonderful things in that regard? Tell us about that.
well, yeah, I've written relatively few songs, and I never put them down. I never recorded them. Just getting me to record was a job and a half. It took me so long to get to that point. And if it hadn't been for a jingle producer that I worked for a lot in Chicago, God rest his soul, who often said, Josie, do your own CD, do your own solo CD. Here, I'm sending you songs.
Was it a shyness or something that
Um,
blocked you?
I was perfectly happy doing jingles, and nobody knew who I was, and I was content with that. I couldn't have cared less if anybody knew who I was or not. I was working with great singers, great composers, wonderful musicians. The music was great. It was just fun. It was challenging. It was all of the above. And I was happy doing that. And if I wanted to sing, there were a few occasions where I got to sing, other just full songs, which was fine. But I'll go. Now I lost the track of what your question was. I went off on a tangent. I went I went way off on a tangent now. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
yeah. you were
Okay.
you should have reel that back in, right? Um, well,
Yes.
you're talking about writing songs, writing
Okay. Writing
material, and there you
songs.
have done that
Yes.
as well, but not as much.
No.
Do you ever think you might release some of that material or finish it off that
Yes.
is sitting there in the drawer that you penned at one point that is the world hasn't heard yet, Josie?
Yes. Yes. There's every possibility that I will do that. Now that I've gotten 3 CDs under my belt in all the years I've been singing, just three, and people have done 12. But anyway, yes, at some point, I feel I'm definitely going to put them down. I'm going to record them. Yes, it might not be very soon, but it'll happen.
So don't expect it, in your stockings this Christmas, gang. But there is the other album, the mini album that is definitely available. What was this process like? How did you know what songs to select, and how did you know what you work with a team, of course, of people, but what's that for folks that are not in the music industry wondering, how does that work? How do you know to condense it? A lot of times, one of the hardest things to do is you got a million songs that you want to use, but on, whether it's a full length CD or whatever it may be, you got to condense it down to just 10, 12, 9, whatever it is.
Mhm.
How did you know what to do with this mini EP? Because that's more of a, condensing even further, Josie.
Yes, the condensing part was difficult.
Yeah.
As you said, there were a million songs that I would have loved to have done. It wasn't easy, but I just had to make a decision, and I guess for various reasons, one of which is which one I love the best, I guess. And well, for one thing, the arrangement to the Christmas song that Marshall wrote, I absolutely loved, and that was just such fun to do. That was a given. As to the others, A Child is Born is another one that I always loved forever, and I'm going to put that one down. And the other two, the Richard Knight song was submitted to me, and it kind of spoke to me, and I thought, it's off the beaten path. I'm going to do something a little different with this one. And the Christmas Waltz, it was something that is not done too often, although it seems I've heard it more often now. But for a while there, it was kind of an obscure tune, and it seems I'm often drawn to obscure, beautiful songs. And that's why I chose that. So I don't know if that makes any sense. It made sense to me, Jim. And so that's how
it makes total sense. Yeah, there's songs that have to have a meaning. There's a depth, a feeling that you want that speaks to you, it's a beautiful way to do it. So you're not necessarily doing this for the riches of it all. You're doing it for the beauty of it all, the art of it all, which
exactly
is really sometimes these days of rare quality, but it's a real and authentic quality. And I think that lasts a lot further. When people hear something that Josie Falbo has presented, interpreted, they know that it's coming from the heart and the soul, and it isn't just like, oh, let's do the current fad, flavor of the month, the current thing. You really want to do things that speak to people on a deep level.
Yes, and that's very true. And as I said, the song that Richard wrote spoke to me. It's not something that I would have heard from someone else. It was submitted to me, but it was not something that I would typically go for. But when I heard it, as I said, it did touch something in me, and I decided, yes, I'm going to do this. This is a beautifully rendered hymn, and a hymn it was in a way, and so that's why I decided to add it.
It's a beautiful, beautiful choice. Is there anything else, whether from that album or anything else that you wanted to sing holiday or otherwise, anything from one of the other CDs or something that you wanted to share with the audience?
Let's see.
They're really enjoying this, as am I.
Well, thank you. I'm still trying to decide what the heck song I'm going to do here. How about, well, it is Christmas. Maybe I could do another Christmas song.
I have a question.
Yes.
And there is a little bit of a quality in the speaking voice. Have you ever done, well, you have done a lot of voiceover work.
I haven't. No.
You haven't done voiceover?
No, very
some
little.
Of it? Or
it's not anything I ever pursued.
Because that's a whole...
I was busy singing, and that's my first...
And voiceover is a whole... I've done voiceover work, and you can just be focused on just that. So you've done some voiceover work, but you haven't made it the forefront. Because what I'm saying is I'm hearing certain elements of your voice. Your voice is very melodic, and people have said the same about my voice, that it has a melodic quality to it. And so, I've paid attention to that, and I know you pay attention when you hear things as well.
Yes.
I can almost hear you doing the voice of like an animated character, or, like a new version of Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus or some animated, and you're one of the voices of the characters because you have this sort of to the speaking voice, quality of the speaking voice,
Mhm.
an innocence, a wholesomeness, this warmth that just protrudes out in even your normal conversation. And I can always see that attached to, an animated character or something at some point. If
Well,
anybody's
I did
listening,
do.
Josie's available. There
Yes. Hello.
you
Yes, I
go.
have. I did. I think it was a Chiquita banana kind of thing where it was like it was real high pitched kind of silly thing that I did, but most of the time it was teenage girls, which I'm certainly not, but that was the things that I got asked to do.
Oh, teenage girls and
Yeah,
yeah,
young girls, because I guess my voice sounds younger
yes, it
than
does.
I am, and so that was what they appealed to them, I guess.
Absolutely. So yeah, again, animators out there, you may have a character you can
Yeah.
create. And that's a very it's a lucrative area, but also it
Oh yeah.
is a very creative area as well. I mean, look at Julie Kavner, who used to play Rhoda Morgenstern's sister, Valerie Harper's sister on Rhoda, and then became the voice of Marge Simpson all
I
these years on The
know.
Simpsons. So when people watch reruns of Rhoda and they see her sister, played by Julie Kavner, that's the voice of Marge Simpson for like 30 something years
I
on The
know. Isn't
Simpsons.
that is just super? And
That's
I love her voice. She has
the
that
distinctive
that rough
quality.
distinctive is the word.
Yeah,
Yes. Oh
yeah,
my gosh. Yeah.
it's really is. So you want to share something you said with us, another song?
Okay. How about well, that's why don't we do the Christmas song? Only I won't do it. It'll just be the normal Christmas song. How's
Sure,
that?
right. And if you want to hear the jazzy version, the CD is
You gotta get
available.
the CD. This is true. It's okay.
That's it. That's
All
it.
right. Let's see.
All right. Once again, the incomparable Josie Falbo is our guest once again for a second time. So we call this double levity here on the Jim Master Show Live. She is gracing us with her wonderful wit and wisdom and personality and her extraordinary dulcet tones. Josie,
Okay.
how's that for an intro?
Oh my word. My head's grown 3 inches already.
All right. It's all yours.
Okay. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa is on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Buon Natale, Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas to you.
You were born with a gift. You were clearly born with a gift. It's such a, I don't know, it just really, it gets me, and I know it gets everybody watching. There's just a sound that my ears, and I just had my ears checked this week for the annual physical, and my ears are really happy.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that.
Oh, yeah, it's just such a rich, warm, inviting, enveloping sound that I think we need to hear, because there's a lot of edgy. I mean, well, edgy is not the right word, because edgy could be cool too and good. I like edgy also, but there's just a lot of scratchy, sort of angry. I don't know. Everything sounds so digital and clinical and just so non-feeling, non-warm. Not everything, but a lot of things out there, quick and loud. Everything's recorded louder, and it's just in your face. And here you have these sounds that, I mean, you could do loud and you can take the roof off the building if you want, but you have a controlled way that punches it, but also keeps it low and smooth at the same time. It's a really fantastic, pleasing sound.
Thank you, Jim. Can I ask you to write the notes on my next CD?
Absolutely.
The liner notes.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. It's just wonderful. And our buddy Ralph is here. Just wonderful. I absolutely agree, Ralph. You are spot on, my friend. Merlin says, love this. Josie beautifully sang. Kathleen Walker says, so nice. And Marsha Watson, she says, wonderful, Josie. I agree. Linda, all kinds of beautiful gift icons.
Oh,
and
yes, I see.
Alessandra Vaughn, watching in North Carolina, says, I love it. If you guys are just discovering Josie for the first time, well, now you're probably going to go on YouTube and watch some of those Sears and McDonald's commercials and say, that's Josie? Yes, but here also is the complete Josie, not just the 15-second tagline. And she's extraordinary, beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to mention.
Oh, please do.
That my son was really surprised to learn, and he loved this game. It's an arcade game. It's called Cruisin USA.
Oh, sure, yes.
And I'm the one singing the rocking loud rock theme on it.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. And it's I don't even want to do it now because it's so loud and boisterous and but
are you able to share a little bit of it, just a little bit to show
I have to go on outside the door and sing it, how loud it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, if you want to. I mean, they wouldn't mind seeing you share too.
The funny part is that my son never knew. He loved that game, and he was reading a bio, and he said, Mom, that was you singing? And I said, yeah, it was. He says,
how old is he?
He's 56.
Is he in the industry? Does he do any of this?
He does a little acting. He has his own internet radio show, plays music and films, and he does a bunch of stuff. He does a little acting, and
sure, yeah.
And he has another business that he does.
But he didn't know that his mama is on that video game.
He and his friends used to go and play it all the time. And
I'd love to hear just a tad of it if there's any.
Cruising, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm sorry. Did I break anything?
Holy cow. I'm going to have to go get my ears checked again tomorrow. No. That was fantastic. That just shows, again, you're doing this sort of, unrehearsed. You didn't know we were going to be doing this. It just shows your vocal ability and control. And that is very cool. So when people hear that,
Well, it was just so funny that my son just never, he was just plotched when he heard, he says, Mom, and never in a million years would I have thought that was you. He said, why didn't you tell me? I said, well, I don't tell you everything. I said, I was saying, it was a job,
Yes, right. That is cool. Do you have, I would imagine you must have, copies of your work. You must have like reels or
Mhm.
cassettes or whatever of your work over the
Yeah,
years, right?
I do. My son, well, his business is transferring from, either 8 millimeters or all kinds of other media to CDs or DVDs. And he did that for me some time ago. He collected all of the little cassettes, and I had some reel to reel too. He did all of that, and he just transferred them over
What a nice
to
gift.
yeah. So I have quite a few of them. Not all of them, yeah, 27 years worth of work, but
I have a climate controlled storage unit we pay monthly for that has a lot of my
oh,
television work and other and music collections in there, but television work and things of that nature that's on tape and other things that you don't want destroyed in a fire or
right.
a flood or just worn out. And do you ever pull out some of the previous material and listen to it, and either to see how your voice has progressed and changed a little bit and in such a beautiful way, or just for the fun of it?
Oddly enough, I did that today.
Did you really?
Someone had asked about what was the demo I sent to jingle producers. This is 1975 we're talking about, and
That's a great thought.
what was the demo? And
What
I
was the
had I
demo?
had it. It was, since I had never done any spots, I just recorded four little excerpts from four songs that I really liked that showed versatile types of genre. And that demo is what producers heard, and that's when they started calling me on a regular basis then. So anyway, I was looking for that, and I found it, and I was listening to it today, and I thought, boy, vey. That was my voice has matured, I would say. Um, but it was fun to listen, and I hadn't heard it in a long time, needless to say.
I've pulled
And
out tapes too of things I've done, early in the career, like right out of college or what have you, and you're thrown out on a television in the studio, uh, and then they were saying, "Oh, that's really good," producers and all. But I look back and I'm like, "Wow, that's I was really overthinking it." You know what I mean?
mhm,
Because you're new at it, so you're overthinking
yes.
everything. You're thinking as opposed to just letting it flow. You're overthinking. You're watching what is happening in the studio and all the stuff that's going on, as opposed to just being one with yourself and with, in that case, the camera. Your case, the microphone, and when I'm
Mhm.
on radio, the microphone, and the understanding of that. In the beginning, a lot of people think about the millions that are watching or hearing it, and what you're wearing and what you're doing, what you're saying, and as opposed to just doing it. And now, you look at it years later, and you're like, it comes naturally and it comes easy and it flows, and that's because you understand that it's just being you. Uh,
Exactly right. Yes.
it's just being you,
Yes.
and you don't have to overthink, because overthinking can be the death knell for a lot of things, right? For authenticity.
Exactly. You hit it right on the head. And
Yeah.
authenticity is most important. Um,
Yeah.
it really is for me.
Yeah, it really is. What are some other things that you haven't done yet in this wonderful career that you still want to do? Are there people you'd love to duet with? Are there projects you would love to take on if they came your way, or create yourself, Josie?
Oh, hmm. Well, I kind of
Done
done
it
the
all.
things I wanted to do.
You've done them.
I've kind of done them. I would like to do more of live singing,
Yeah.
for instance, jazz festivals, things like
Yes.
that. I'd love to do more of that. I was just starting to do that, and
Then the
that is
COVID
really,
came.
really great fun. Yeah, I would love to do more of that. That's probably what I'm going to focus on. Trying to be invited to various jazz festivals around the country. But
Very
as to everything else, I don't really, just to sing more, Jim, I really don't have any other burning desires, I guess.
Were you baking a lot of bread during COVID, like everybody else?
Oh no, my baking leaves much to be desired. Bread or anything else. My world's better. The world's better off without my baking. I'm a good cook, so I did, more cooking, which I
This is a
I love
foodie
it.
crowd. What is the Josie Falbo signature? Do you have a few things that stand out as
I
signatures?
do. I make the
Ooh,
best meatballs in the world. I mean, friends from all over want my recipe, which I give them. And what we call Italian Americans call gravy, or sauce. They call, most people call it sauce. Some of us call it gravy. Some of us call it sauce. That's another ongoing feud I'm not going to get into. But I make those things, and I make a great eggplant parmigiana. And so it's mostly Italian food I'm good at. Although I did make beef stroganoff once,
did you
and it turned
really?
out really good. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm a good cook. Baker, not so much.
Nah. But the Italian specialties, the meatballs, huh?
Dynamite. Yes.
Ooh. So I've
Pizza.
always wanted to try the deep dish pizza in Chicago, but if I come to Chicago on a TV shoot or something and I come to Josie's, I want the meatballs.
You just say the word, Jim.
You never thought of packaging them and selling them in the stores or shipping them out.
Oh, good. That's way too
Your
much
friends
work.
would probably love that, huh?
Yeah, they would. It's a lot of work. It's yeah, no.
It is.
It's bad enough when I have family get-togethers and I make a gazillion meatballs, and by the end of the day, I'm ready to sleep for a week. That's a lot of
You
work.
don't want to eat another meatball for the rest of your life, right? And then you get carpal tunnel syndrome from the rolling of them.
This is true.
Holidays are upon us at the time of this live show. Do you have plans for the holidays? Are you staying where you are, or you're traveling at all and being with
Well,
family?
I have 5 concerts, and
You
they're
do?
they're with a wonderful choral group that I've been with for 23 years,
Oh, that's
called the
wonderful.
Lakeside Singers,
Fantastic.
and we do music from every genre you can name. There's classic. There are very wonderfully challenging classical things that we do, and the group is a mixed potpourri of professional singers. They're all some are classical singers, some are jazz, some are pop, some are who've sung on Broadway, et cetera, et cetera. And we get together and we do every single genre of music for Christmas and in the spring too, spring concerts. So right now, coming up on my last 2 concerts with Lakeside, then I had another concert with another group. So that makes 5 concerts. And then I have a couple of gigs coming up so that I have to prepare for, get the music ready for the musicians. And that's pretty time consuming. So I'm pretty busy lately. I'm happy to say.
But that's a good thing. Yes. Do you have a wish for the upcoming new year, Josie?
Oh my gosh, I'm sure it's the same wish so many people are wishing, and that is that this virus either gets under control or disappears. Probably the latter will never happen, but at least if it's under control and something is developed that can actually protect us. Doesn't the what they have now doesn't seem to be working very well, but hopefully it'll get improved, and so we can get back to some sort of normalcy, which I don't know that we'll ever see. But that's my wish. That's my
Yeah.
wish.
This is a beautiful one as well. Jen Barry gives you the Italian salute with the Italian meatballs.
Salute.
Salute. Exactly. Exactly. So
Yeah.
we want to definitely make mention again of the CD. But first, before we do that, we do have a few wonderful photos here that we want to show that have been sent along. And maybe you can take us through what we're seeing here, some recent events and things of that nature.
Oh yes, that's my friend Joni Pilato. Right? Well, yeah, I'm
Oh,
pointing
yes.
out. Yes,
Sure. Yeah.
she's a very wonderful singer in her own right, and she and I go back a long way. We sang jingles together.
She was on our show. She's wonderful. Yes.
Yes, and these are members and cast of her
Bill Nolte, he
cabaret
was
show.
on the show. He's
Yes, Red
fabulous.
Bill Note, and there's Sparrow, Bradley Parker Sparrow next to him, and the lovely woman next to Joni is Dill Costa, an excellent dancer, and on the far right is Farid Haq, who's a tremendous guitarist, and that was a beautiful show that I went to. And there's pictures of Joni and Dill, a part of the show.
Really nice.
Yeah, that's Brad Sparrow singing, which we don't get to see enough of. He's
Yeah.
usually hidden behind the keyboard.
Right.
And this was Bill Nolte singing. Great song. I wish I could remember the name of it. It was from a Broadway show, but
Who's in the middle of the
and
photo?
that's Dill Costa
That
and
is
his
her.
costume.
Yeah.
Yes, something about the song was about the circus. It was a beautiful song, and
Yeah.
the title of which escapes me right now.
Yes. You'll think about it at 2 a.m. You can text
No,
me.
you're right. I'll call you and tell you that.
Call me and tell
Yeah.
me exactly.
And that is Farid Haq doing his thing, and he does it magnificently. There's Joni in all her splendiferous, sparkly glory. And that's part of the crowd, and I'm in there somewhere in the
Yeah.
audience. I'm there somewhere.
And who is that lovely lady?
Oh, she looks familiar.
She does.
Yes.
A heart of gold. So
And
this
that
is available
Yes.
now. A great, if people want to do it for the holidays, or again, if you're watching this well past the holiday season, a lot of people, they watch the archives of all of our episodes, and we invite them to do that on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. It's available year round, but they can go to josiefalbo.net and all digital outlets as well. That's where it is available, right?
Correct. Yes.
It's really a wonderful addition to a musical library. There are a lot of people who listen to, I know I do, and I have several friends who do, and a number of our viewers and even some of our guests were telling us they listen to holiday music, not just at holiday time. It makes them feel good, during the course of the rest of the year,
Good idea.
Right.
Yes.
It's like Christmas in July.
Sounds good to me. That
Josie
Christmas
Falbo
music
got it.
is
Yes,
wonderful.
it is. Do you enjoy Christmas music?
I love it. I do.
Yeah.
I don't really get tired of it, even by the end of the season. Some people are ready to pull their hair out. I don't want to hear.
Yeah. Well, you know what it is? Like your versions are unique, but a lot of times when you hear them on the radio or whatever, or in the stores, they play the same like 10 songs over and over, the same versions by the same people, the same, grandma got run over by the reindeer, and it's the same.
Now that I would get tired of.
Just the same versions over and over. God bless Bing Crosby's White Christmas is spectacular, but there's so many other versions of it too by lots of people, and even orchestral versions, instrumental versions, and I have a huge Christmas collection. And so it's like I'll go into the stores or I'll listen to the radio. I'm like, they keep playing the same 12, 13 songs over and over. And there's so many. There's Josie Falbo. There's so many more versions of the songs that I think if they mixed them in, it wouldn't seem so repetitive.
You do have a point. Yes. That's probably what drives people crazy.
It's the repetitive nature of the same exact versions over and over, and there's so many others. So we encourage folks to pick up this one, the iconic and incomparable Josie knocks us dead here with this, and it really has been a labor of love. And you think you'll be finishing that off? Is there more coming in 2022 on that, you think?
There is. I'm in the process of trying to select again, which is always hard for me because I love so many
There's so many
different songs, and then trying to see it in a different construct, to see it in a different arrangement, which is it's exciting, but it's tedious too in a way. There's been so many different arrangements of these tunes, and trying to come up with something
unique and
special,
right, yeah. And stands out.
It's not that easy, yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got my work cut out for me, but I'm game. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, you will. I'm sure you will. Absolutely. Good stuff. This was really beautiful, and I appreciate all the time and all the levity and all the warmth, and you're singing for us live here exclusively on the Jim Masters Show live for me and all of our team, and for our viewers, our levities. Always very special when you do that. And
it's my pleasure, Jim. Thank you for inviting me back.
My pleasure. You're definitely a levity for sure, my friend. And somebody that agrees with that, of course, is Mr. George Burns. There he is. He agrees.
Oh, George.
He says she is a levity. Never got a chance to work with Georgie, huh?
No. Oh, talk about icons, huh?
There, yeah.
There's a true one.
There's with a cigar and everything else. We always try to show this, if I recall, to do it at the end. Just puts a little smile on everybody's faces, and
it works.
And it works. And there he is. He sends you holiday greetings, and he said you were fantastic. He loves your voice, as do I and everybody else, my friend.
You,
and really fantastic. Merlin says, thanks, Josie, and Merry Christmas.
And same to you.
And to all watching. Again, josiefalbo.net website, and all the other digital outlets. Really a blessing. And I hope this episode met your expectations and you enjoyed the time with me as much as I certainly have with you, my friend.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. It was a joy for sure.
Blessings of the holidays to you and to your family. Let's stay in touch, and we will keep that porch light on for you, Josie. You are welcome back anytime. And just want to show you a few more comments from our lovities. Lovely show tonight from Marshall Watson. Sherry Larson in Kansas says, thank you for being here, Josie. You have a beautiful voice. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Jen Barry says you're now a levity, but you're actually a double levity, because you were a levity a year ago.
That's right. Double dose.
We gave you this is sometimes things can't come to me really quickly, certain funny lines and witty lines. It just comes quick. I think I get that from my dad.
You have that
I was gonna say that you were already designated a levity a year ago, and tonight was your booster.
Perfect.
It just came. Sometimes it just comes to me.
That's a good one,
tonight
Jim.
was your booster. So if the booster wears out, we're going to have you back on and boost it again, right?
That is perfect, I got to say.
You got to laugh, right? You got to laugh.
Thank you for that. Good one.
It's the least I can do for all the singing you did. I'll give you some comedy.
Yes, you did.
My father has always said, Jim, you should have gone into comedy. He has always said that. And you probably heard my line. He has always said as well, if anybody ever says anything nice to you, please ask them to put it in writing and address it management. Kathleen Walker in New York City, who knows my humor very well. Thanks for being here with us, Josie. You have such a sweet, calming personality and a lovely voice. Yeah, you really do. And Jane is still up with us late into the hour in Sweden. Thank you, Jim, for having beautiful Josie with us tonight. Wonderful. Good stuff. Good stuff, my friend.
Very appreciative. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. You, again, have the blessings of the holiday season, and we shall see you again soon, my friend. Okay?
Okay, Jim.
And congratulations on the new album. We'll look for more from you.
Thanks a lot, Jim.
Take care. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
And a wonderful holiday greeting with music and levity and conversation from Josie Falbo live here on the Jim Masters Show Live. You know what was really cool? In the beginning of the show, we were talking about some of those jingles that she sang over the years. Now, I know you guys are probably going to try to Google and look on YouTube and everywhere else to find the commercials. Like, oh my God, You Deserve a Break Today at McDonald's. That was her. And some of these other ones. There's More for Your Life at Sears. Yeah. Remember those iconic commercials? She's amazing. She's a wonderful spirit, beautiful soul. And always a pleasure to grace our presence here on what we call the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Talk Show Series. Again, we don't call these just interviews. This isn't just an interview show. This is an entertainment variety lifestyle talk show series. We have a lot of fun, you know. We do what we do, whatever that may be. And it's always a good time with all of you. We thank Josie for joining us live and direct from Chicagoland, Greater Chicago, Illinois, USA. She really is. She's very humble, but she is iconic. And this was an intoxicating conversation. Really fantastic and lots of good music. And she's a wonderful entertainer and a great spirit and personality. One more time, we'll show you the album, A Jazzy Interlude with Josie Falbo. And you can find it at her website, josiefalbo.net, and all digital outlets, you know, Amazon, Spotify, I'm sure iTunes and all the rest. And again, she really is a treasure and a pleasure to have here on the show. Having all of you with us is a pleasure as well. And I do want to let you know, if you didn't see the episode that we did yesterday with Robbie Robinson, Frankie Valli, and the Four Seasons music director for 44 years. He's worked with Liza Minnelli. He's worked with Tom Jones and the Beach Boys and the Turtles and the Commodores and so many others. That was an epic episode. Very popular one too. A lot of people watching it. That was last night. If you missed it, watch it on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV, and 500 plus more episodes. And also Megan and Murren from Celtic Woman were with us recently as well. A lot of people enjoying that episode. A lot of fun and really enjoyable. They sang for us live on the show as well. That was really, really cool. We loved having them here on the show recently. Dawn Duro was with us earlier, the wonderful singer, songwriter, and actress. That was an earlier episode we did today. You can see that episode, and she has this new song, My Ship, Songs of 1941, which was epic. We really enjoyed that, and she sang live for us as well. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, for those watching live, television and film actress, soap star, and more. From All My Children, General Hospital, Rules of Engagement, One Tree Hill, and so many other shows and specials and Christmas movies and everything else. Amanda Baker is going to be here live, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That's tomorrow on the Jim Masters Show live. And then many, many more. We've got a wonderful Irish artist. We're going to announce it tomorrow, coming to us from Ireland on Saturday afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. And lots more. Karen Grassley, who played the mom on Little House on the Prairie, iconic actress, is with us next week. Clint Holmes, another iconic singer, is with us next week. Brian Dunkelman is with us next week. He was the original co-host of American Idol with Ryan Seacrest, and he's a brilliant comedian and more. He's with us on Monday. That's just the short list of folks. You can see all of these as we create the episodes and post them on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel you're watching right now, boy, would we love it. The channel is Jim Masters TV. The show is the Jim Masters Show Live. If you missed anything and want to see this episode again, it's saved for you right here and archived on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Jane is saying, thank you, Jim, for having beautiful Josie with us tonight. Wonderful. You are very welcome. Christine Clifton says, Jim, thanks for a fun show on Lovely Hall tonight. It was really nice hearing more about Josie. Enjoyed her singing live for us. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all. She is a lovely levity. Yeah, she really is. And anybody that's watching now for the first time, like, what is this levity? I keep hearing this word bandied about here, levity. What happened was about a year and a half ago, I was saying the words, the show has a lot of light, love, and levity. and I said levity. I spit out the word levity when I was trying to say love and levity, light, love, and levity. And it stuck. The viewers fell in love with it. I think it's a cool word. And so the show, we sprinkle a lot of that in. And, there seems to be a lot of that here on the show anyway. And all of you make that happen too. You add to whatever levity we create here on JMS Live. Sherry Larson says, thank you, Jim, for another fantastic show. Get some sleep. Yes, early to bed tonight. It's been a busy, busy day on television and radio and here with all of you tonight. That means I don't want to see you online at 3 a.m. Sleep well. We will not be online at 3 a.m. Whatever we do not do. Matter of fact, I was up till 5 a.m. last night so I could get these 2 shows ready today. We had 2 episodes, double levity of our JMS Live series today. And then I had the TV shoot and the radio show. So to prepare for all that, I was up till 5 a.m. last night getting all this stuff done. We're not going to do that tonight. Tonight, we're going to sleep. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Jim. You always make me smile. Have a great night. Good night. All hugs from Kathleen Walker. We love to acknowledge the viewers who watch our series as well. So if you're commenting live, thank you. If you choose not to comment when the show is live, feel free to comment later on our YouTube channel, or you can leave a comment right now on our YouTube channel if you enjoyed this episode, and give it a thumbs up as well. We really would appreciate that. And Jen Barry says, Jim, the first time seeing Josie on your show, love her, bring her back, love her. Absolutely. And if you go back in the archives, you'll see Dawn DeRoe was with us a year ago. Josie Falbo was here a year ago, and you can see those episodes. You can even see how our show has changed, from production value and just the way we do the show. Still the same heart and soul, but at the same time, it, obviously it gets more enhanced and tweaked and fine-tuned along the way. And we've put a lot of investment into our show and the way we do it for all of you. So we thank Josie. We thank all of you. You guys are the absolute best. We also thank our friends at LMG, Live Music Group, Ralph and the team there. Thank you for their support. They love the Jim Masters Show Live. They're big, big fans of the show, big supporters of our show. We really appreciate them and for their time and attention as well. And we thank all of you. Don't forget to smile and share that JMS levity. And of course, find your Zen place, wherever that may be. Mine is with loving family and friends, number one. And of course, the ocean is always front and center as well for me. And my work in television, radio, stage, and film as well. You're watching our show, our series, The Jim Masters Show Live, on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Help us grow, share the levity, tell everybody about our channel, tell everybody about our series. And we would love that. And all of you who have done that and have still doing that, we thank you so much. That means a lot. Christine Clifton says, thanks, Jim. See you all over the weekend. Till next time, good night, Jim. Lovely friends, you as well. Jane, now, Jim, the bed is waiting for you. Good night, everyone. And Jim, the bed is waiting for me. Did you fluff my pillow, Jane? The bed is waiting. All right, we're going to dive into it. No more talking the rest of the day. Again, thanks for being with us, gang. We love you all. I am your host, Jim Masters. Thanking you for your time this time. Till next time, we'll see you on the next episode of The Jim Masters Show Live. Great episode with Josie Falbo. We thank her, and we thank all of you, and you, and you, and you, and you, as we always say. We don't say goodbye. We just say, see you later. Jim Barry says, Jim, thanks, man. Love you, slancha. Love you back. And all of you watching JMS Live. Be well. Be good to one another. See you again soon, okay? Take care. Happy holidays and cheers.